So the other thing that I am doing is that just clearing out the distractions. This is the second thing. So just systemizing a lot of things in other regards of my life so that I'm not thinking that other things are important when they're really not, and making things that are otherwise important, making that also streamlined so that it also doesn't take up as much energy and time on my part, and I can then do these two few things. So number one is my stories and sharing that content in this online hub, and like creating a community online and keeping in contact with people who want to connect with me. And then the second thing for me is just life, you know, life stuff where it's like a process where I can physically like do things very, very easily, very, very systemized, and I am not feeling like, oh, I need to pay attention to these other things, right? Which I don't necessarily have a lot of things that I necessarily have, but a lot of times say like my income taxes, I don't necessarily have like a person who's doing that for me, and every time I feels like I'm like in like frantic mode where I'm like, oh my god, I've got to freaking get this in order, I've got to compile all this, I've got to blah blah blah, and just having that like nice and easy and just having someone designated to do that for me is just like one of those things of doing things in a systematic fashion that really kind of takes off that cognitive load from your mind. The other thing is like, as minimalist as I currently am, pardon me, just the for example, just living out of a suitcase, right? Like, how minimalist can you get when I'm traveling for a month, just wearing the same few outfits, carrying the same few items? Like, that's pretty like built-in minimalism, right? But I feel like I want to carry that even further, and even like I feel like there's more I can actually downsize and cut out even more to really even lighten up even further. So it's like I'm taking it to the next level in terms of that. And also, I feel like at home I'm going to deep clean, like spring clean even further. So there's still things like maybe that I'm going to even go into deeper cleaning in terms of like processes and being able to make like checklists so that even when I'm away, it's like I'm not wondering like, oh, what was that thing that I have there? It's like I have a very like I actually started that like a while ago, but I didn't get it totally comprehensively done just because there's still some things that I am holding on to that I didn't let go of. So it's still like quite, even if I were to make a checklist of it, it's like there's no point having a checklist for something that you don't want to be there in the first place. So it's like I need to get down to the root and be like, okay, I do not need this thing at all. Get rid of that thing so it doesn't even have to go on a checklist for me to think about, if that makes sense. So that's really where I want to go deeper, to let go of even further and be like, okay, what are the things that I for some reason did not make a decision on, or I kind of just left it hanging, you know, just put in your closet and close the door type of thing where so it's like, okay, for the most part it looks clean. I mean, this is behind a closet door, right? And everywhere else looks clean, but there's still some things hiding in the closet where it's like I need to just properly make a decision and clear it up so that it's not even in the closet in the first place. So it's not still like, you know, just because it's out of sight, it does not mean it's out of mind. That's, I feel like that's where it's not out of sight, out of mind. It's out of sight, but it's still in there somewhere. So that's the part that I need to clean up on. And then like even deeper. So it's like I'm going next level in many different on many different levels. And then the third thing is also, I think, just wanting to, so while I have like my stories and wanting to share content, that's pillar one. Pillar two is the systemization of many like routine things where it's like it's not taking up that, it's almost like your operating system where if there's too many things kind of running in the background, it kind of reduces the efficiency. So it's like getting that kind of cleaned up and cleared out. So it's like I, as an operating system, can run more efficiently, right? And then the third thing is, I feel it's probably more like on a social relationship wise, where it's like I want to build more genuine connections, or even just like relationships, or even just like have closer relations, like even with like my own family members, right? Like I actually don't necessarily even talk to a lot of my family on a regular basis. Like, okay, I feel like, yeah, they're definitely there when I need them, but it's like I don't chat with like my parents even. Like I can go like weeks and months not even chatting with my parents. I don't even like chat with a lot of like my relatives. But that is something that I want to do, right? I want to be able to form, or at least I want to form like more social bonds with people, you know, where I actually can just talk to someone like for like on the phone, or call them or talk to them or something, right? because I don't actually do, like, I've never really done that. Like, that's partially just because I don't know. I feel like I've always been like quite independent in that sense, where it's like I never necessarily felt like I feel like sometimes when I'm talking to someone, I need to be very direct and focused and like purposeful. So I'm not really someone who likes to just chit chat about general things per se. I have to have like a very strong focus. And a lot of times, like, I am a very highly optimistic person. So I love talking about things that I love, and like that energy of like enthusiasm, and like talking about all the things I'm excited for or love to do. And I feel like I've not necessarily had people who necessarily were able to like have that same back and forth with. A lot of times I would just be the only one talking. I would be like hogging the entire conversation. And so the only people, there's only been like maybe like my mom or something. But even she, like, maybe after like an hour, she'll be like, okay, I gotta go now. And then, like, you know what I mean? So and then it's like I feel like she's not necessarily sharing like that much with me. So it's like I don't really have that person who's like, you know, we can both like share our, yay, I'm so excited, and like just having that like where, you know, you just talk to someone about something and like, but I still have that high energy. So I don't necessarily have that type of social bond with anybody where I don't feel like I'm the only one like hogging the conversation or something. And that's something I kind of want to move into more, if that makes sense. Just I don't necessarily know how to explain it, but that's like the third pillar that I guess is quite important to me at this new season. So that's kind of like just like the third thing just kind of running in the back of my mind right now, but it's like I'm not focusing too hard on it right now, but it's something that I guess I do want to prioritize more. So it's just kind of getting my priorities straight for this new season, and then really just delving into that focus by clearing out some things that are maybe ready to be cleared out, or just like systemized and reduce the cognitive load on, right? So that I can move into these priorities with more focus and alignment. Yeah, so that's just my update. And I'm currently in Vienna. I'm literally just sat here in my room, like, filming this. So I also feel like it's that balance where it's like, yeah, I do have like that yin and yang, where I do have some time where I'm just able to go inward and focus on internal matters and like bringing inside to outside, right? Like converting my thoughts and ideas into something and being able to express that in some way. So that creative element, expressive element. But then there's also that like exploratory, externally focused element where it's like, okay, but obviously I'm in Vienna. Like, hello, I need to get out and about. I'm like literally seeing the opera center of the world, or of Vienna, really. There's like so much history here, so much like music like all around me, and it's like I need to just get out and like go explore. Like, why in the heck am I sitting in my room at like freaking 2 p.m. right now? So that's the second thing that I really do need to do. Anyway, so just a bit of that balance where using my time more clearly, in a more focused manner, in a more clear manner, and in a more precise manner, and also efficiently, so that when I know I'm doing something, I'm just going to do it, and like without having to think about it too much, right? So having those processes and that structure in place, we're just like, just do it, and then, yeah. So those are the things that I am doing right now.